could be the muse to my passion. We can make love like an act of God. I just match my words to my actions. Magic in my life's everlasting. I say I could have the world, or be with any girl, but something about your style makes me wanna man up. We should fill our cups, catch a flick and do some stuff. I'm used to one night stands, but with you that's not enough. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see ya. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. Please give me a sign, yeah. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. Why you presenting games I don't wanna play? I've been on my grind, I just wanna lay down with you. Spark a doobie, hit the town with you. Life is complicated, but I...
Hello and welcome back with me, Adam H, with another video. Today's video, as you probably can see in the top left corner, which I've mentioned in a few videos, is I'm getting my category C license. I'm doing it with the hgvs training company. So yeah, I'm going to go through what I got in the pack and stuff, and the processes of doing your licenses and stuff. So in the pack I've got this is DVLA. The standard form is D77B, which is for your digital tachograph card, which if you fill in, I haven't filled it in yet. I'm going to be doing it on the 27th or sometime that week. During that week you just fill it out. I'm going to go and get the test company that I'm doing the training with is Who's Driving Training. I'm going to get them to help me fill this out so I don't fill it in wrong. And let me say it's £32 there, if you can see. If my camera's going to focus. Alright, there it's £32. And you can buy a picture in there, so I'll be getting that sorted out next week. You have to pay £32 plus for a stamp, and you're off to Swansea. It goes off to Swansea, where the DVLA are. They send you your tachograph card. So in the pack you get this hgvs guaranteed recruitment conclusion, and basically when you pass your hgvs test with us, they'll send you job alerts. Great career prospects, be your own boss, work flexible hours, we up, make finding work easy, you know, all that stuff. It's all on there. If you want to pause and read all that, you can. That's it. Phone number there if you want to phone them on the website. That's info. This comes with all the forms and D forms, tiredness kills. It goes through all the government thing. The tiredness kills. Another little leaflet. hgvs training company, hgvs training deal of the decade, February only. So that's front window. That's February's gone. Another one, the D4 medical examination, which you have to get. You have to get a medical before you can start doing your hgvs license. You need to pass eyesights and everything. So this basically just walks through what do you need to do, how to acquire one, how to apply to get medical, and all eyesights is down there. All that good stuff. Let's see. That's that. So then this is the big folder, I call it. You've got. So we're gonna open it up I am just gonna move them off because they're all my personal details and I don't want you seeing that. We'll be going through what's on here, but you're not gonna actually see it. So, in this kind of thing, which I will take to my my training, because it's just got everything in it. This is why I just keep everything, all the documentation. It's a good idea to keep everything together so you don't lose anything. Just thinking no, I don't. So, benefits of becoming a HGV driver. If you want to read in that big description there, I'll just zoom in the camera, pause it, and you can read that if you want to. So, high salaries, be your own boss, great career prospects, flexible hours, varied and interesting work, never boring, enjoy freedom of the open road, which it is. It's the freedom road. You're seeing changes every day, you can. So, category C. This is the one what I'm doing. I'm doing the category C. What can I drive on a category C license? Large removal trucks, most haulage trucks, and horse boxes. Why should I take the category C training test? Most popular course for starting HGV drivers. You have to do your category C before you do C plus E anyway. More local deliveries mean you're closer to home. Automatic qualifies you to drive any vehicle covered by the category C. One license, earn up to 26 grand a year, which is alright. Most places you get 18, 19, 20, 21 grand if you're lucky. Most of the trucks just that bit more because they're inassociable hours. So then we have the big C plus E, which is the big Arctics, which I plan on doing in the future. But what can I drive on a Cat C plus E? Articulated lorries, Arctic trucks, rigid or category C trucks with a trailer unit, tractors with a long trailer unit. Why should you take the category C plus E training? Training just 4 days, earn up to £32,000 a year, 32k a year. That's not bad. More opportunities to drive abroad, so if you want to drive abroad and stuff. Longer periods off with days on, days off shift pattern. So some big trucks you do tramping. Most Arctics do. Why train with them? Great value of money, very high first time pass rates. National wide training at over 90 locations, 4.5 average customer satisfaction rating, RHA and FTA accepted with JAPA approved CPC training. If you want to read that, pause it and read it. So you can do it back to back. One of my friends he said, why don't you do it back to back? Because you want to do your big C plus E. I went, yeah, I do, but I want a year experience in the Class C before I start driving a big Arctic, because going from driving a car, I've driven a van a few times, just going from a car to an Arctic is a very, very, very big jump, and I want at least a bit of training first, get a bit of experience driving a bigger vehicle and then go for the biggest one. So what can you drive? Same as before, it's just an 8-day course and you can get up straight away into the thing. So then you get your CPC training, which you need your periodic training, you need your CPC to drive commercially. So drivers of the CPC initial qualification. To make a living from your HGV license, you must complete your driver's CPC training, which is a requirement. Periodic CPC training to be completed after the initial qualification, and is the driver's responsibility to ensure that it is done, which it is. Then we've got pass protection. For peace of mind and the protection of your investment, a guaranteed extra attempt at the license with free retraining before the test and all training and test fees, vehicle hire and VAT. You will also receive priority for tests. So which is alright. Then on the back you've got easy steps, register, receive your pack, medical test, complete your theory which I completed on the 10th of July, and practical training I am doing that next week on the 27th of July 2020. I think it's finding a job. So I say, yeah, again on the back it's got all the thing, as I said, they're associated with all this, they're associated with Travis Perkins, Tesco, and all the quite associated with a lot of people. So here we go. Periodic CPC specialists discount rates below. So I'll areas there. Price is 7 hours, 89, pretty much 90 quid near enough. Some go up to 100. Full 35 hours is 348 quid. You can get it cheapest, and the most expensive this is 4699, so pretty much 470 quid in Wales. No, the cheapest is Bedfordshire, 445. No, it's not. I am losing the plot. It's Surrey, 348. So this is where we come to the course. How much is it? Our training course prices. This is expensive, but this is that moment. So I got a little notepad, and we're going to compare what it says on here, and compared to what it says on here. So I'm just going to zoom the camera in a bit. Can get my finger on the zoom button. It focuses, which it should do. It takes a while, but it's an old camera and it's not a very good one, like that. So let me just not it. I think we've got it in order now. So category C, which is this one, which we're doing. We're not going to bother touching this one, because I'm not doing this. So we can't compare this one. I'll tell you the price of this one. C plus E is 1,399, including VAT. So it's 1,000, pretty much 1,400 to get your category C license. But you have to have category C first. Combined course, which is here, and that costs 2,600, including VAT. So that's course and test fees included in these price. So we're going to go with the category C course. 4 days of expert tuition, a driving test on the last day, DVSA test fees, theory practical, includes all medical and licence application forms, online theory revision material, which you get online revision material, vehicle and instructor hire, and the fuel, cost of the fuel. That's all included. We're going to draw the page in half like that. So we can go, I'm going to put mine, and then I'm going to put doc. So we know, let's see if we can just reshuffle this. So we've got the price that I paid, which will be on this side, and the what this is quoting. So on the document it's quoting £1,399, and that is for your training. So that is for course and test. So what I paid for that, the total much I paid was exactly the same. So I paid £1,399. That's how much I paid for it. Then we come to the driver's CPC. Initial course mods 2 and 4. Mod 1 is your theory and hazard. Mod 2 is your case studies. Module 3 is your practical and your driving test. Module 4 is your Module 4 CPC. So, if we look here, £321 plus test fee of £78, so you're talking about £399. So if you passed your car test after January 1997 and you want to qualify as a professional driver, this is a legal requirement for you. The price includes all your test fees, revision material and learning support. If you need help organising or ongoing periodic training as part of the driver CPC registration, give us a call on that. So that is £399, and that is for CPC. Now, I paid the CPC, I paid the same, so it don't cost, so but pretty much both working at the same at the moment. So we'll move on. Now, there we go. The next one, direct access course, £199. A 2-day course, a 2-day accepted course which has been specifically designed to improve workplace skills and employability, covers all areas of driver registration including the use of digital tachographs, driver hours, working time regulations and driver and road security EU laws and legislation, fuel economy and much more. Counts as 14 hours of your periodic training requirement as part of the driver CPC registration. You must complete 35 hours, retaining every 5 years as a professional driver. So on here it said it's £199, and that is access course. I went out for it, I got that, I thought, yep, it's worth it, and I paid a total of the same price. So I paid £199. Now, the next thing on the list is I didn't pay this. This is where it changes. Is this pass protection? Acts like an insurance policy to protect your investment. Graduates, you have an extra attempt at the practical test if you fail your first test. Gives you the chance to take some time to refresh your memory out on the road before the next test. Reduces the stress and strain if you under pressure to qualify. You know you'll have another test in place if worst happens. The price includes all your test fees, vehicle hire, fuel, instructor hire and learning support. Our friendly training organisation team will relocate you to a test appropriate quickly and efficiently so that you can get on and pass. Saves you money on the price of resitting. So this total fee is for you is £349, and that's pass protection. Now, this is where it changes. I paid £299 £22 for that. I got it cheaper because I got it on the February deal this year, in 2020. I got it on offer pretty much. So, working the total cost even before you start things. Calculator. So, if you're doing it by the document, don't forget the only difference is this price here. So £1,399 plus your CPC, which is £399, plus if you want to do the direct course, plus £199, and if you go out for the pass protection, plus £349. That comes to a grand sum of £2,346. That's with the direct access, and that's with pass protection. Now if you decide not to go with these two, total cost would be 1,399 plus 399. It would be a cheaper price of 198. That's just with the test. £1,798 is just with the course and the test and the CPC. That's without the direct access course and the pass protection. That is useful because you can get it goes into more detail on, as I said, the tachograph, and you get a bit of extra training in your truck if you're a newbie. So say you wanted to do then the top three, you didn't want the pass protection, you feel confident that you're going to pass it first time, so then the total price of that would be use plus 199 equals, it's still fairly cheap, it's 1997, so it's £1,997, and that's with the direct access course on the price. So you got 3 different variations of what you can really get. Me personally, I would go with this to guarantee you get the pass mark and you pass, and you don't waste your money. So coming on to what I paid for the training, is you do exactly the same, but instead of plus 349 plus £222, so I paid a total of £2,219 to get my category C licence. It's a lot of money, but you can get that back with driving about 1.5 months. You probably get that back. Or driving it for 2 months, you get that back. I've already got the money back from working in my last job, so as I say, getting your truck licence is an investment, not a thing. You have to spend money, and then you get that money back when you're in a truck. So you think, oh, hunky-dory, yeah, I don't have to spend any more. You're wrong. You have to spend at £35 on top of that, and that is for the taco card. So you plus £35 on top of that, so you're talking about £2,254 just on getting your licence. So that is the total price I've paid to get my HGV licence in category C is £2,254. It's worth it to pay pass protection, because if you fail, you can do it again. You can do your test again once for free. Direct access course, more training on the tacho and everything, as it says, training on tacho, driving hours, load security and fuel economy. You get a bit more extra training in that. So One of the things that people do is when you're in your truck, obviously at first you won't have the mad cons and stuff, you know, like every truck driver has, but I would spend at least another £254 on getting a sat nav. Not any sat nav, a truck sat nav. You can find them on Amazon or anywhere. I think that is because if you drive with a car sat nav in a truck, I think they're trying to phase it out in trucks. If you get caught with a car sat nav, you get done for it or something. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that, but it's best to have a truck sat nav if you're driving a truck, because you can put the weight of the truck in, the height of the truck, the width of the truck and the length of the truck. So basically, so you're driving down the road and your car sat nav says turn right at the next junction, and then on the road you're driving down and it goes your height's 14 foot say, and then there's a sign saying low bridge 13 foot, oops, car sat nav thinks you can go under there. Truck sat nav will go, you can't go down that road, there's a height restriction on that road, so that will eliminate you making a fool of yourself and having to reverse and turn around. And that goes for Cat C and C+E. I would get a truck sat nav, just so you don't go down the roads. I haven't bought that yet. If I pass my test next week, I will be buying one, because I don't want to make a fool of myself. I don't want to go, ooh, low bridge, shoot. So we'll be getting one of them. Also, what you can get is spare taco rolls. I think they're about 20 quid off Amazon for a box. They're fairly cheap here. Some work providers will probably provide them, so you can just get them probably off where you work. One thing, depending where you go, if you're working with ratchet straps, I've seen one before where I worked last, is a little thing you tie it in and it wraps up the ratchet strap nice and neat. Instead of doing it by hand and taking ages, you can buy a ratchet coiler, and that is £17 off Amazon, which in the long run is not very much. It's fairly cheap. Also, you'll want a suitable bag to carry your sat nav in, to carry your ratchet strap if you're changing trucks all the time. You want a bag to bring all your food, your drinks, all that stuff into the truck, to move them from truck to truck. If you've got one truck, if you designated one truck and you only drive one truck, you can leave most of your stuff in there. Obviously you just need to bring your food and drink for that day in, but let's see, it's gonna work out. If I'm gonna do this before I even get the jobs, just to cover it back. Total expense getting started and getting on the road, what I'll be spending is £2,525. I've paid that off. It's just an extra, let's see, 2, 5, 4, 17. It's an extra £271 extra cost on me total of my getting my truck license and getting a job and stuff is just excess. So it's just about pretty much £2,500 getting started in the HGV industry. As I say, you need the training, you need your CPC, and you need the truck sat nav so it doesn't take you down any roads that you shouldn't be going down. And a little ratchet strap thing up to keep your straps neat and tidy and to speed up things. But as I say, I'm in the truck next Monday the 27th, Tuesday the 28th, Thursday the 30th and Friday the 31st of July 2020. I was planning on getting it done early on this year, but obviously COVID-19 has pushed things back considerably. So yes, but also even before you can go to your theory, one thing I add in, you need to send your driving licence off to get your Cat C provisional put on your licence so you can do your tests. And I don't think that's a charge, you can do that for free. You just fill out the form, put your driving licence in and send it away, and that you book a medical's 55 quid, that's another expense which I haven't put on the total price, so you're pretty much talking £2,575 you're going to spend. I forgot about that. So you need a medical, that's at £55 which they charge you. So yeah, do a lot of online training and stuff to keep your things on. 1 minute. To keep your knowledge up, and do a lot of online theories and CPC tests. Just give us a minute. Everything fold out. I've got some of these. The official DVSA guide to driving a big goods vehicle, and I bought that also. I think that's like 2, 3, 5 quid. Not very thick. It just goes through a few CPC, and it goes through the case studies, a few case studies in there. Not very thing. It doesn't really tell you anything really. It just tells you a bit more about the CPC qualifications and the how the tests work. If you're trying to revise for your CPC, that doesn't really help much, except from going through a few case studies how it's going to be. The official guide to thing costs about 20 quid off Amazon. I would highly recommend it. You get it because, as I say, it goes through everything. Coupling up, it goes through trucks, roundabouts, techniques, bikes, traffic signs, giving signals, legal requirements before your tests. You know, very useful. And if you want a late night read, I would highly recommend getting it, because it'll just refresh your memories on it, you know. It goes through everything. I think but there your brakes, goes through all your brakes, bit of tacho. It's pretty much got everything in you can think of to do with a truck. It's pretty much all in here. All what you need to know is pretty much in this. As I say, it's the official DVSA guide to driving goods vehicles. As I say, it's official DVSA. So yeah, the DVSA do a lot of other stuff on the back there. The sun's reflecting on it, but so you got the CPC, you got the theory book, which I didn't get. I got the theory on the CD, but yeah, it's 85 questions. You got to get 85 out of 100 questions right on the theory. I got 96 correct on the theory. The hazard perception test, you've got to score 67 out of a possible 100 points. I scored 75. And then on the CPC module 2, you've got to score at least 40 out of 50 questions right, and I scored 46. I say the CPC test will blag your head. It blagged my head for a bit until I got used to it, and yeah, I say I was getting 38, 39 on my little test that I was doing at home on my phone, and eventually I started getting 40, 41, back down to 40, 44, back down to 40. You know, it started really like ugh. Then I went to the test and I come out with 46. I was very happy with 46. I was only expecting, you know, probably just to pass it, but I passed it with flying colours. And yeah, it's all what I can say is on the theory side of things, and the CPC is just practice, and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. Because if you're a quick learner, you can take stuff in. Is yeah, and if you're a slow learner, it's hard. You find it hard for it to sink in, and find it hard in tests is definitely just keep going over it and keep going over it. It's like when I did my car theory test, I failed the first time on my car theory. I had to do it again, and I passed the second time. But with my truck theory, I thankfully passed first time. Obviously with a bit of knowledge of the road and stuff, which is always gets asked. But then your knowledge of a truck needs to also be quite high, and how they work and stuff is admirable. To going into things. I worked as a warehouse loader for quite a few years, so I was around trucks most of the day. Pretty much every day I was around a truck, so I got to know elements of the truck and how they worked and stuff, so I could apply them into the theories and stuff. I just needed to learn bits and bats what I didn't know about them, and yeah, it's admirable knowing a bit about trucks, how they work and stuff. And you know, if you want to watch a few videos, I think there will be a few videos on online explaining how trucks work and stuff, how they work and all the systems of the trucks. Damn air freshener. Yeah. It's not coronavirus. It's the air freshener. It's spraying right behind me. But yeah, it is advisable knowing a bit. If you don't know about them, and you want to get the HGV, just go for it. Don't be afraid of not going for it. You know, if your dreams to drive a truck, you don't really know anything about them, is still go for it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. You just got to be confident in yourself. As one of my friends is doing. If you watch my videos, I've mentioned him before. It's Arsenal SC007 or Team Arsenal. He's planning on doing his HGV test and getting his license for the Cat C. He only wants to do his Cat C. So in the theory side of things, when we've met up and stuff, I've been helping him learn bits and bats, you know, and going through things on the theory tests. And he's got a thing on his phone, and we sat down one night and we went through it, and he read out the questions, and it's like, right, what would you answer? And he'll say that, you know, I'll say if it's right or wrong, and explain why. If he got it wrong, explain why it want that, just to help him learn. Because sometimes he can struggle with doing theories. I think he did his theory three or four times. I can't remember how many he did. It took him a while, but he's a safe driver. He's a very, very safe driver. But he eventually did it, and he will do it. I believe in him. He can do it. If you're watching this, you can do it, and I believe you can do it. he's been getting 90 and in the 90s on his theories when I last saw it, so that's really good. That's really good. Keep up the good work. As I say, if any of you watching this are planning on doing it, or even doing it, or in the process of doing it, is keep on going. Keep going. Try hard. Work hard, and you'll get it. And to be honest, on Monday, I'm very nervous for Monday, for getting in the truck and actually driving it for the first time ever. I'm nervous, but I'm confident. In a way, I'm confident. I'm not too confident, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's something I've wanted to do for an awful long time, so you know, I'm going for it, and no one's going to get me away, kind of thing. So is have a can-do attitude, and you'll do it. It's just go in, try your best, and do your best. That's all what you can do in this day and age. It's just try your best. Don't be upset if you don't do it first time. Is you know, you can do it again. Might be a bit more money, but if you want it, you really want it, you can do it. I say, just knuckle down and try your best in these sort of things. I will probably do a video Monday 27th describing my first day in the truck. Probably. See what happens. See where we are. So yeah, this is pretty much the process of getting your HGV license and a bit of inside knowledge where I stand at the moment on my test. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.